Hey guys, before this video starts, I want to let you guys know we are doing a Black Friday, Cyber Monday drop and discounts. We're going to be bringing back some of them, some of your guys and my favorite merchandise that we've done in the past, like this windbreaker that's sold out, a crew neck. We're doing a new crew neck in pink in a new colorway. We're doing the Krispy Cake Crown hoodie in a new pink colorway, and also that Michelin Man shirt. We're doing that in a new pink colorway as well. All those items sold out really fast in the past, so we're bringing them back for Black Friday. We're going to have brand new items. They're going to be available limited. Make sure you guys get them while you can before they sell out again. And then we're also going to be having 30% off on other items all around the store, from stickers to other shirts, mystery packs. Make sure you guys go ahead and check that out. The link will be down there in the video description. It's Krispy.store. Black Friday, Cyber Monday, next weekend. It's coming up soon. It's coming up real soon, actually. So make sure you guys are there waiting for the store to drop on midnight. Make sure you guys are there. Get something before it sells out. There will be no code needed for the 30% off. Items will be listed as 30% off. Look for those if you want a discount. And thank you guys for supporting the merch. Can't wait to see you guys rocking some of this new merchandise. And let's continue on to the video. Good morning, Travel Lodge. Good morning, Legacy. Where's the van? The van shouldn't the van be? It is very slippery. So last night we just got a hotel. Well, that's good to see the sides air it out a little bit. Last night we just got a hotel near where the car broke down or whatever. So we have the Legacy sitting here. Legacy is covered in ice, absolutely coated. We're gonna get this started up and warmed up. And then we're gonna grab breakfast, and then we'll talk about how we're getting the Legacy fixed and how that's being acquired in a second. But first we need to go get breakfast. Minivan fixed. We're gonna get the minivan fixed. We'll talk about how that's happening in a second. We'll fill you guys in on that. But first I gotta warm up the Legacy. So kind. Look at this. That's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, should get that painted in. It looks fucking metal.
Flame.
Yeah.
Flame.
Like, look at that. That's kind of hard.
We're gonna do the window thing where you roll down the window and you punch through it.
It definitely didn't want to start.
It thought about it.
It thought about it.
What does that sound?
Don't know.
I came off, I turned the key back when I heard that sound, but it still started back up, so I turned it back.
Yeah.
No way that's ever gonna be rough.
Got icy sidewalls.
So, car's warmed up, but the car itself is still really, really icy. So we're gonna use our custom ice scraper from yesterday. Zach, if you'd be so kind as to be a champion. Wow. Championship moves right here. All the gas stations around here were sold out of the ice scrapers and stuff because they don't usually see storms like this here in Texas. So we got in and they're like, ice scraper or wind defroster or windshield, whatever. We don't have any of that. I was like, oh, sick. Look at that, boys and girls. Ingenuity is what separates followers from a leader.
Oh, look at that.
What was that?
The whole...
Sir, if you don't mind, I'll take this. Thank you very much. I'll trade you half of this. Just go ahead and, why don't we leave this in the middle of the road for a van to run over? Look at the same table we were at last night. Breakfast this time, not dinner. Although it's 2:48. You can't see it, but it's there. So breakfast was good, and now Zach's gonna move the minivan over in front of OK Tire over here. Our other two tires and wheels are on the way. Once we get in the car and we're out of the wind, we'll talk to you guys about how we got that happening and who we need to thank for getting us back on the road today in a timely fashion. In a minute, we'll get to them. Oh no. Slow. Should we push? So a few hours later, one minivan later, if you look, it's a little bit taller because now it has. Oh, they're chrome! Damn. They're chrome. That's big. They look good. The guys over here at OK Tire got us all hooked up, ready to go. The minivan has its sport wheels on one side and the chrome wheels on the other side. We're getting back on the road. We got a little bit over 15 hours to go to get to Atlanta. Both cars are back up and running. We still have to drive this car to make sure nothing else is underneath is wrong. They didn't see anything, but rolling on it, we'll figure that out. So fingers crossed, that is all we needed was the wheels and tires. We're gonna get back out on the road. We're all good to go. Who would have thought we'd see the minivan rolling so soon? Look at that. Up and rolling in the minivan. Chrome wheels on one side, the Flexi Sport wheels on the other side. Brand new hookup. So like we were saying before, we want to give a huge shout out to Net Direct Autos. If you guys need a truck, a lifted truck, a modified truck, whatever, something really cool, Net Direct is going to be your go-to. You've seen us film some videos for them in the past, and actually we called them this morning because they're in Dallas and they're the closest person that we know. And we're like, hey, we're in trouble. We need wheels, we need tires to get back out on the road. And he's like, I got it. I got it taken care of. The company said, we got it taken care of. Good friend TJ Riley over there. And by today at 4 p.m., 5 p.m., they had wheels mounted, tires here to the shop where we are right now. They drove them. They bought the wheels for us, bought the tires for us, and drove them here to Memphis, Texas, 4 hours plus north of them. So their driver is going to go 8 hours round trip just out of the kindness and Texas hospitality to make this happen for us. So I want to give a huge shout out. I want to give a huge shout out to our good friends at Net Direct Autos. TJ, if you're out there watching this, thank you so much, sir. This is very kind, very gracious of you. Obviously, we will return the favor tenfold, however we can, whether it be for videos or whatnot. But obviously, thank you for helping us out in this situation, getting us back on the road. We still have to go over the van and make sure everything else is okay, because the only thing we noticed were the wheels and tires, but hopefully everything else will be all good. But make sure we'll put Net Direct's link down below if you guys want to check out their videos, their YouTube, their inventory, whatnot. Big thank you to them. But TJ, thank you so much. We're getting back out on the road. Net Direct, you saved our butts, and very kind of you guys. Texas hospitality comes through again. Let's head to Atlanta, I guess. First, we gotta pack the van up in the Legacy. Bye. Okay, Tire. Thanks for helping out and being cool. Bye. Minivan's back on the road with chrome wheels. Legacy's back on the road. Gonna put the camera down. We gotta drive. We're going all the way to Atlanta. Hopefully, see how close we can get to meet up with David Patterson, that dude in blue, and VinWiki Ed Bolian. So 14 hours and change. Here goes nothing.
Oh yeah, looking good.
Great hair.
That hat hair.
Hey guys, Legacy in a minivan? What could be worse than a snowstorm in Texas for us to drive through next, would you think?
A tornado or a hurricane.
How would you feel if I told you the latter of the two is what we're going to be driving through soon?
A hurricane in Texas, huh?
No, but more so Louisiana, maybe Atlanta, bordering states.
How about are we talking here? Is it just gonna get like a little bit of it? Is it gonna get like the sides of the storm? Or is it supposed to be like pretty wild?
Well, we're going to do some more research, but it's supposed to be a hurricane in the Gulf. It's looking a little rainy in some of those towns we're about to drive through. Yeah, we'll do some further research and keep an eye on it as we get closer. But yeah, we're doing good, I think. Let me know when you want to rebrand to Krispy Storm Chase Cross Country or whatnot.
At least the van's moving. And the hurricane will wash the cars.
Yeah, there you go. Further side of things.
Double Pierce.
It's currently 1:52 a.m. Middle of Texas somewhere still, or Arkansas, or in Texas, somewhere in there. I think so. We're trying to figure out if we want to do a driver swap or driver swap because I'm a tired boy. And if we want to do a hotel somewhere close to Atlanta or try to get closer to Atlanta or now or whatever. But we're gonna grab some gas because we have 93 here, back in the 93 country, so we can do 93 85 tune probably the rest of the trip, which is awesome. We don't have to switch back anything else. Wow, I need a haircut. But yes, we're gonna fill up the car in the van just so we have gas while we're here. But another long day of driving. Trip's almost over. It's weird to think about that. It's the 27th officially now. 28th? One of those days.
crispy, crunchy chicken. There he is. Bring it back.
Why are we going so fucking fast? Good morning, Legacy, Krispy Cross Country. Good morning. If you still have your walkie on, it is currently a nice balmy 55 degrees outside. It is 7:16 a.m. and if we leave now, we will get to Atlanta at approximately 4:20 blaze it p.m. Yeah, their walkies running on. We slept in the car last night, just for a few hours, to get a few extra hours of sleep before we head on our way towards Atlanta for VinWiki because we're all really tired. So yeah, we're still on our way to Atlanta. Really tired. Imagine it's been a month on the road. Somewhere in the middle of Louisiana. No more Texas. I don't think I've been in Louisiana yet. It looks, well, like this. Currently, somewhere in Mississippi, getting some gas. Thank God we're back at 93. Well, not for the minivan, but for the Legacy, 93, 85. What our girl likes the mostest. So we're filling up both cars. I would be interested to see how much money we spent on gas this entire trip so far. I'll probably do some numbers, do some calculations, mathematicals by the end of this trip to really see how much we've spent during this trip on gas alone. I think that'll be something interesting to see. We'll add everything up, all the receipts, tally everything up by the end of this trip, and also get a haircut at some point because this is atrocious. Oh God. So our lip was missing a few zip ties from scraping and hitting some snow probably along the way. By the way, this morning it was snowing while we were going, and today is now 73 degrees. This is the same drive. It was snowing this morning, raining, hurricane, and now we're at 73 degrees in Mississippi. So Zach's throwing on some more zip ties. Our hood's got a really nice cool pinstripe going on. I don't know if you guys can see that. We have a really nice pinstripe action going on the hood, which is like kind of custom. The wheels, our Rotiform LVS-Ms, are a different shade than they started out this trip. This is gonna need a real nice washing. Once we get to Atlanta, we'll pull it in a bay and power wash the crap out of it and spray some Meguiar's on it. But otherwise, she and the Legacy are holding up just fine. We're in Mississippi now. We're probably like 6,000-7,000 miles into the trip. Also, yes, if you notice, the lip is rubbing on the side of the bumper. It would probably have to put a piece of rubber here or something in the future when we repaint the bumper. But again, we're not too concerned about the front bumper because it is getting redone. But camber wear's looking good. Just the wheels are, oh my God. These are disgusting. Look at that. Ugh. Little things like all our rubber trim is being like blown off away, and there's like rocks and all there. The rear rubber trim is slowly coming off on the damned piece. There's like pieces of salt in between the car and that. A bunch of small things. Like look at this dirt right here. Look at this collection. This needs to be washed ASAP. But when we get to Atlanta, we'll give her a wash in a few hours when we get there. Another day, another Waffle House adventure with the boys. Waffles, houses, Mississippi. All right, the boys are piloting the Legacy down with Waffle House, and so is the lens. Oh no. There we go. Huh?
Let me in the car.
I unlocked it.
You did it.
Oh, I locked it. Sorry. Boys are done here. God, it did it again. We're done here at Waffle House. We're heading to Atlanta to the hotel, and then we're gonna meet up with Ed from VinWiki in a little bit. Somehow we managed to go from a freak snowstorm in Texas to a tropical storm or a tropical cyclone, whatever they're gonna call it, Hurricane Zeta here It's gonna pass through New Orleans, and we're like right somewhere. Oh, right there. Yeah. So we're driving pretty much almost through a hurricane right now. Right after we just drove through a freak snowstorm in Texas, one after another, and we took all this route to avoid trouble, and we wound up running into trouble anyway. Which, so be it on a cross-country road trip, it's gonna happen. But snowstorm, hurricane. Well, we need to get through this one first, and then we'll see what the East Coast has for us on the way back home. We only have a few days left on this trip. I'm gonna say how much worse can things get, and probably cut to a clip of us being in a tornado, being sucked up in the Legacy. A little bit of redneck ingenuity right here. Your license plate, put a nail through it, and keep your trunk closed. That'll work just right. Nice job, Mr. Mercedes owner. A snowstorm, part of a hurricane later, tropical storm. It's 6:35. We're back on the East Coast. We're in Atlanta. We're outside of Atlanta. We're here at our next hotel of the trip. I couldn't even tell you how much money we spent on hotels. Look at Zach. Couldn't even tell you how much money we spent on hotels and whatnot this trip so far. But we're gonna unload the van, go shower real quick, and then meet up with Ed Bolian from VinWiki, tell a story, and then probably get some food afterwards with everybody maybe. But we'll go to Ed's house or wherever we're going to, his office or whatnot. Maybe we'll look at some of his cars if we're around them. But it should be pretty cool to see his little studio and office as well, where they do all the VinWiki stories. If you guys aren't familiar with it, we'll fill you in a minute. But we got to get everything inside. We have about an hour to shower and get to Ed's place so we can do our little scene thingy-mabobber. And then, yeah. So, Atlanta, next stop of this trip. We're back pretty much all the way on our circle, back on the East Coast, back in regular time zone. So, we're going to unload.
I think this is the most gratifying.
Being back on the East Coast?
Well, just the fact that after like everything that happened with the van and like the long driving, I think this is like the most gratifying stop so far.
Yeah, I can't wait to clean this. So you guys might recognize this garage area that we're in right now. We actually moved, so we bought this house from somebody you might know. The previous owner is still here. We got the Legacy parked outside because they said we haven't closed yet, so we just parked the Legacy outside right now. The previous owner is actually still home. He's actually going to leave us his car collection too. So we're gonna go inside there. We're gonna check out our new car collection because it's staying with the house. You guys might recognize the old owner of this humble abode. Ed, right? Ed. This is Ed from VinWiki. Ed is the one that's so gracious enough to sell us all this stuff and give us all these cars. And thank you again for giving us the cars. It's so kind of you. If you guys aren't familiar with VinWiki, this is Ed Bolian from VinWiki. He's kind enough to let us into his house today, show us his garage. It's late, Ed. Thank you, I appreciate it. But we're gonna take a quick tour through the garage, take a look at some of his cars, take a look at some of his power washing as well. And tell you guys a little bit more about VinWiki. If you're not familiar with it, you will be by the end of this video. Links and information will be down there in the description below. And would you be so kind as to show us into your collection? Of course, come on in. Cue the MTV Cribs music. So you guys probably recognize this space, this garage, this big ass sign above my head of the VinWiki garage. And if you didn't notice, Ed's got some. We have one of these. He has one of them. We'll get to that one. Anyway, Ed, you got some cool cars here. You got some cool stuff going on. Can you give us a quick rundown, give people at home a quick rundown of what goes on here in the VinWiki garage, what we have in front of us? Give the people some more info if we can.
Sure, yeah, I moved in here about 2 years ago, and about a year ago, the guys from Obsessed Garage came through and totally redid the garage with all the cabinets and the flooring and the lighting and everything else. And the sweet pressure washer, so anything you want for a garage, they've always got it. These are a couple of short-term occupants of the garage. This one was supposed to already be deceased. It's a 2002 Mercedes S55 AMG that we were scheduled to shoot off a cliff in Alaska on the 4th of July. They do that as kind of a celebratory and festive party, but since the borders were closed, we couldn't do that, so it's lives to die another year. And we just did a car flipping contest with one of our sponsors, Green Car Exchange, and so I bought this 2002 E46 M3 Active Auto Works Supercharged and just sold it, so it's heading to Fort Myers, Florida.
You want to bring it down for me? Because we're going down to Florida, I think, tomorrow afternoon.
Hey, there you
We
go.
can just bring it down for you. Zach, can you take the keys? I'll take the Legacy.
I'll do it. Yeah.
There you go. This is one of my favorites. It's a 2009 Ferrari 430 Scuderia. Big sticker car, $8,000 painted stripe and stuff like that. I always buy them high mile and well used. And I bought this one about a year and a half ago now. And the first week I had it, I did what y'all are doing. I did a 6,000 mile road trip.
Shot.
In car. Yep. And so it's great. My absolute favorite car of all is my 2007. Yes, the golf cart. Is this my 2007 LP640? I absolutely love them. This one, it was a black car when I bought it, but it needed to be repainted due to it being in absolutely terrible condition. So I had it painted Verde Draco Dragon Green, which was one of the launch colors for the LP640 in 2006, 2007. Nobody in the US ordered it, and so there wasn't one, and certainly not a manual car, so I had it painted that color, and I love it. It doesn't show as well on camera, but I'll tell you, I have been very, very pleased with it. I drive it pretty much every day, as you can see.
Yeah, I was going to say, you got some, we can get a guy to clean this off for you if you want. We could just...
There you go. But it does that well. And I think between this and the Scud, it's kind of everything you'd ever want a sports car or supercar to do.
Yeah.
And so it's not all things to all people, but it's all I need. So
it's good enough. And then you take this around town?
No, yeah. Just around the neighborhood. Things like that. The only car, well, there's a few cars that aren't here right now. The CL55 from the Cannonball record, the S55 from the 2904 record, the Audi 4000S Quattro Broadcase Edition are all up at a museum in North Georgia. And the Flood Gallardo from Car Trek 1 is out the shop finally getting its water pumped in.
So some people might also recognize you, not from VinWiki, from Cannonball. You did a thing one time where you went really fast and you went across somewhere, and what happened?
We set the record for driving from New York to LA.
Yeah, you did that little. That's a small thing. We started with that. We wanted to do that, but we're 22 days in, or 26 days in, so we're a little bit behind your record.
There you go.
But we're going to try to improve on it every year.
For sure.
So we're going to try to get there. So what record did you hold again?
It was 28 hours, 50 minutes, the Cannonball run from New York to LA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any plans to?
No. There is talk of a 100 horsepower race for late next year. So
Okay.
maybe that. Yeah, it's absolutely miserable.
Yeah, but it could be fun.
Makes it fun. Exactly.
Yeah, that could be fun to do. I also know that you film your VinWiki episodes. You just filled me in that you film them out of the garage here?
I do, yeah. So we used to have a warehouse that was right next to where I met you at RWV build, and they tried to triple my rent. And then this house popped up for sale, and it had room for most of the cars. And so I was like, well, we could sort of consolidate. But that meant that I needed a place to shoot. Now, fortunately, even though it looks like a big grungy warehouse, it's quite honestly a spare bedroom up here.
So you can rent this out too.
That's right. Airbnb for storage.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
This is the spot.
This is the spot.
Wow. Never before seen footage. This is cool.
Yeah, so it gets the job done. It's not freezing cold or boiling hot like the last one, and it doesn't boom echo like you wouldn't believe. So it's worked out pretty well. Always a weird assortment of the whatever's hiding behind the.
I sometimes see random things you've added, and I'm like, what? When does he add stuff?
That's right.
This is sick. Wow. This is really special if you guys aren't familiar with VinWiki. This is just the setup. If you frame, imagine just this framed right behind me. This very iconic setup for some really cool stories within the automotive community, within the automotive scene that have went down and have been told here, and then lived on the VinWiki channel. If you guys again aren't familiar, this is like the holy grail of like a bunch of cool automotive stories that just happened like right.
There you go, in this creaky chair. That's it.
Sick, Ed, this is really cool.
Thank you.
This is so sick. It's cool to see this actually in person and not so much just on a YouTube video. And I obviously appreciate you for letting us.
No, by all means.
I appreciate you letting us check it out in person as I burp up my Wendy's. Sick. This is really cool. We might have a sticker or two for you.
We'd love
For the about the road trip to add to your collection somewhere in here. But this is awesome.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Nice little relaxation. Ooh. In front of the plaques too? Nice, Zach. Real nice. So we just grabbed some cool shots of Ed getting kind of the garage set up, coming in, turn all the lights on, going up to his studio, which is actually just right, up there. Going into studio, triggering all the lights, turning those on in the studio that you're seeing here on this screen real quickly. That right there looks familiar. That's where we just had him go and sit down and kind of prep for like an interview maybe. Just a little style to build like a little bit of a scene here after we get associated with seeing the garage. We see Ed come in and get ready to get set up to do an interview or talk to the camera or do a sit down video. But real quick, because Movi and Red are hot, you take a quick breather so I'm not sweating on camera. We're gonna crack open a quick beer because Ed was so kind to offer us a beverage. Thank you, sir. So we're gonna kick back for a quick second and then tell some lies. Kidding, truths, stories. We just filmed, this is, oh wow. We just filmed some cool stuff here. Oh, zoomed, oh God. All right, here we go. We just filmed some cool stuff here at the VinWiki in the setup that you guys are obviously very familiar with. In the chair that smells of lots of people, Ed. How many people have sat in this chair?
A lot.
Does this chair get a COVID test?
Oh,
So if you guys are interested to see any cool, crazy, random stories, anything automotive related, any really cool stories, definitely check out VinWiki's channel. If you're not already familiar with it, we'll put the link down below to the channel. Pretty sure you already are, but if you aren't already, make sure you guys go and check it out, subscribe. They'll have a lot of cool, fun, random stories, and also some stories from here. You guys have always asked, like, whatever happened to all the shit that got stolen a few years back when you got everything stolen out in Vegas? We talk about that. We talk about a few other things, H2OI related, R2B related, and some stuff that you guys always have questions on will be answered in the VinWiki video. So if you want to check that out, make sure to go check out VinWiki, subscribe in advance. Links down below. Ed, thank you so much. I appreciate you having us. If you guys have seen this setup before, this is what this looks like, but it's in real time. Ed, shut her on down.
that's right. Thank you guys.
Appreciate you, Ed. Thank you so much. Also, thanks for being beautiful.
So what we have here is one YouTuber looking at what his future could be if he stopped making shitty cine reels.